Good afternoon, everybody. We are so pleased today to have in our office Holly Seibold. She is a House of Delegates and she represents the 12th District of Virginia. She has a bachelor degree in government from American University, a master's degree in education from George Washington University. Also, she is a former public school teacher and nonprofit founder of BRAWS. She is known for work supporting women's rights, children's safety, and community issues. Holly, thank you very much for being here today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Natasha. I appreciate
Yeah, we're so excited to have you.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about BRAWS. So how did come up? You've been in politics side and government side, and now you decide to have BRAWS. It's a great nonprofit organization.
Yeah, that's a great question. I was an educator for many years and worked with students who did not have access to menstrual supplies, and it was very disheartening to see them not be able to attend class because they didn't have tampons or pads. And so this is something that got me thinking over the years. And then I had in 2015 I had read an article about another great organization which provides business suits and work skills to women who are fleeing domestic violence situations. And one of the things that they asked for as well, that's a challenge for them to access as they start their new lives, was menstrual supplies as well. But they also talked a lot about undergarments and how having that bra and clean underwear really made an impact in their life, and how, having just those functional pieces of clothing gave them dignity and made them feel important. And when they went to their interviews and they tried to get back on their feet, that was a big key factor in their success. So I decided at that moment that I needed to start collecting pads and tampons and bras and underwear.
What year was? Do you remember?
It was 2015. It was actually January 2015. Because it was right before Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
And so our first party, we had a Mardi Gras theme, and everyone was free. We asked everyone to come. The price of the ticket was to bring a pack of new pads or underwear.
Yeah.
A new bra with a tag on, because dignity is very important. So
Yes.
we didn't want any used bras or underwear. And we collected at that moment about 150 boxes of pads and tampons, 150 bras and underwear. It was such an incredible moment. And then at that time, I went and distributed them to the shelters that were near me. I live in Vienna. And so it was funny. One of the shelters that I provided items to, the women were so grateful. But about a month after, I got a letter from one of the directors at one of the shelters I provided to. Was like, thank you so much. Now, can you bring us more? Because the items that we are distributing are items that have to be constantly refilled. And so that email I received made me want to continue down this path. So it was the same process for years. It was, collecting items, raising money to purchase items, and then distributing. And eventually we distributed them way past Fairfax County into Loudoun County, Prince William County, Alexandria. And we're serving now thousands of women. We've distributed millions of products over the years, just with people in the community, such as yourself, Natasha, who really want to give back to the community, and they donate items and they donate money, and that's how we continue to purchase. Right now, though, we continue to we expand beyond shelters. Now we work with food pantries, we work with schools. Really, anybody who needs these items will get them as long as they reach out to BRAWS.
And you are 501c.
We are, we're a nonprofit organization.
Yeah. So, in your office or your location, you are Fairfax County, but now you are trying to get to also Loudoun County.
Of course.
And
there's a need here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a need here in Loudoun, and we recognize that, and we want to continue to serve folks in Northern Virginia and all counties, not just Fairfax, who need our services.
Absolutely.
We work with Women Giving Back. I know that's in Loudoun County.
Love Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
They've been a long partner of ours. They're fantastic. We're able to use our money to purchase pallets of menstrual supplies, and we give that to them I believe once a month. We work with the Dulles South Food Pantry, making sure that they have items for their clients that they serve. So lots of partners in Loudoun County. It'd be great to get more donors from Loudoun. It'd be great to get more volunteers for Loudoun, and just getting more people in Loudoun engaged. And that's why I appreciate you having me on the show, because I know that you have lots of friends here in Loudoun County.
Yes, we're honored to have you. Talk to us about a little bit different programs during the year.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Okay, so our model is really simplistic, because we serve a very niche need, and that is often forgotten. And that's why we really kept our model very simple, because this is something that women and girls are not getting anywhere else. It's not something covered under Medicaid or WIC. It's not something that shelters are able to provide easily, because they're expensive products, and a lot of times grants and funding do not cover these items. So we really try to stick with the 4 items that we talked about earlier: closed boxes of pads and tampons, closed packages of underwear, and tags on only bras. And we are open to providing that to anyone who is in need. So basically, shelters will reach out to us and say, I need 5 bras this month, and the sizes are 34A, 36B, and we then will have volunteers who will deliver those items to the shelter. It could be something like a school social worker finds out that there's a student who is really talented, really athletic, wants to participate in cross country or track or basketball, but she doesn't have a sports bra, or she doesn't have tampons to keep her clean so that she can participate in that activity. And so the social worker will reach out to us and say, I have this student, can you provide? And yes, of course we can provide. So we have those case scenarios where we really try to tailor it specifically to the individual. And that's what makes BRAWS so special too, because we, unlike other large organizations, we are very, very tailored to the unique. It's tailored to the community.
Yeah.
And so we have that.
And you don't have age either.
Oh, nothing. We don't have very many restrictions. It's if you're in need, you get it. And so we're able to tailor it to this community. But we also have Women Giving Back, going back to that organization. We also have Women Giving Back that has, they have a lot of clients on a monthly basis. So we have a standing order that we just provide the same items every month. So we're not really tailoring it to Women Giving Back's clients. If they asked us to, we would. But there's certain partners. We have about 80 partners throughout Northern Virginia. Yeah, we have a lot of partners, and so some of them are getting the monthly deliveries just automatically. Some will contact us directly with specific needs, particularly domestic violence shelters as well, because they're the unexpected clients are coming middle of the night with no underwear for their children, and so if they reach out, we'll provide that. So we work with a lot of different shelters, and everything is really tailored to what they need. We work with a lot of schools, food pantries. That's something we didn't do originally, but after COVID, it was a great way for us to get our services to those who need it the most, because a lot of times food pantries are already servicing people, so we just kind of piggybacked on their work. We work with shelters that have formerly incarcerated women who are coming back, re-entering society, and they need these supplies so they can get a job, housing, really to help with lowering recidivism rate, and getting them, all squared away and successful. So we work with those organizations. We've worked with foster care programs in order to get kids the supplies they need as they move from home to home. So there's no limit to our work and our partnership, and really the goal is to make sure that everybody who needs menstrual supplies and undergarments get them.
Wow, you're probably very busy. How do you do the transportation and everything? I know you said you have volunteers. Mm-hmm. Is the volunteer will transport?
Yes. We have great volunteers. Would love to have some more volunteers always, right? We have great volunteers who transport them. In emergency situations like some of the ones I described, we will ship them to the school or to the shelter if they need them immediately and we don't have a volunteer. So we utilize many different methods of getting the products to who needs them the most. Mm-hmm.
Holly, tell me, little bit. I mean, it has been 10 years plus
Yeah,
right
10
now.
years.
Any accomplishment you are proud of? Because
Yeah.
I mean, you passed by COVID time too. It might be was hard to
Yes.
collect things.
Yeah, definitely. COVID was. I'm glad you brought that up because it was a challenge. Because
It was for all of us.
for all of us, it was a challenge, and there's so much need at the time. People were not working. I mean, again, these products are expensive. The average bra
Oh yeah.
is $25.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
we
yeah.
again we only provide new bras, and so that's an expensive item for people who are not working to
Yeah.
purchase. And plus, tampons are $10 a box, and that's something that is constantly, bra maybe you can keep for a couple months and it will still stay high quality, but the tampons are a monthly item, and period continues even through a pandemic, right? And some homes have 4 or 5 women who live there, and so we were really nervous, and we wanted to make sure that those who needed it had access to it. We were very lucky. The community really stepped up during COVID and really did help us fund these items. We got grants from the federal government at the time, state government, local government, different types of foundations stepped in. It was really a community effort. We were very grateful to be able to service so many people. Obviously, we couldn't do distributions where we go inside of the shelters. That was something that we really loved in the beginning, was that we'd actually take the bras into the shelters and let women have a shopping experience where they could try on the bra. Everyone has different preferences. So that had to end during COVID, but we still found a way. We switched more to like a sports bra model, right?
Yeah.
So that it made it a little more easier to provide the correct sizes. But we were able to ship it to people's homes and to the shelters and to churches where women and girls could come and access it. I mean, one of my favorite things that we did during that time, during COVID, there was a local church in Vienna, First Baptist of Vienna, one of my favorite organizations to partner with because they do so much good work in the community. They came up with innovative ways to distribute to people who needed it without having them go inside. They would do, and I think I saw this at Women Giving Back to some of the other shelters in Loudoun, where people would drive through and pick up their food and other essential items. And so we found out that they were doing that. So then we kind of just created our own little stand. And when the cars pulled up to get the food, we would then speak to all the women and girls who were in the car and ask them what sizes they need and what they prefer.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it was great. So I'm really proud of how we were able to help during the pandemic.
Yeah, great. Events. So I know you have one coming in.
Yes, we
coming
do.
up very soon, and I'll be there. I'm excited.
Oh,
That is my first one.
Oh,
So I'm
great.
excited to be there. So talk to us a little bit about Mardi Gras, and also what do you do other event during the year?
Yeah. So, we do rely heavily on donations from the community. So we do try to come up with different ways to raise funds. All of the money besides our operating costs go back into purchasing menstrual supplies and undergarments for those who live in the community. So we have lots of different innovative ways to raise funds. One of the long-standing traditions, as I mentioned, which is how BRAWS began back in 2015, is Mardi Gras, and so it's a really fun event. It's not a formal dinner; it's just kind of a fun party where we have live music, DJ. We have drinks and dancing, and opportunities to purchase raffle items and silent auction items. So it's really a fun event. You can come, hang out with your friends. So you make a donation to buy a ticket for that. We'd love sponsors if anybody's interested in sponsoring as well.
We'll put the link for the website.
Yeah, sponsorships are a great opportunity because, as I mentioned, it's more of a party than it is a sit-down dinner. And so it's great to bring some friends. We have light apps, desserts, dancing, whatever. It's a fun night out for you and your friends. So it's a great opportunity to donate to BRAWS that way. We have several events through the years, through the months in a year that you can kind of check out our website, follow us on social media to find out different opportunities to donate. Obviously, people could just donate if they choose, and those funds again will go to helping our mission.
Yeah, and I know. I mean, if I ask you what is the most need, we already know. Money.
Money,
Oh,
yes.
and sponsorship for events.
Of
And what
course.
else? What you are on me?
Yeah, I mean, we really would love to get more people engaged.
Yeah.
I would love for folks in Loudon. We have a lot of engaged people, specifically in the Vienna, McLean, Falls Church,
Yeah.
Reston area, because we've just been around for 10 years and really saturated those communities with our work. So it would be great in Loudon if people who own a business like you do could put a box out and do a collection drive. Obviously, we'd love for them to sponsor our events as well, and try to host an event at their particular local restaurant or whatever, and we'd be happy to come and speak and tell our story and just really get engaged and involved. Obviously, we always need volunteers to drive products, so that would be a really fun opportunity for a group or an organization to help, maybe perhaps do a collection drive, collect the items, and then partner with us to make sure it goes to the right people. That would be fantastic. We just really would love people really to learn about the issue, get engaged with the issue, talk about it, because part of what we haven't really discussed is why has it been so difficult for people to access these items? And it's really because there's such a stigma, right? Like, people a lot of times, like this, whether it's the Scouts or a book club, like they have no problem saying bring a can to the event, or bring a box of rice, or bring food, but asking, or even bringing like cleaning supplies, or bring things that are essential items for folks. But asking for someone to bring a package of tampons to your book club meeting is a lot of, there's a stigma to that. It's kind of embarrassing, but we really want to change the narrative. We want to make sure that that the community understands that this isn't about periods. It's about opportunity, right? And if people don't have what they need, these basic critical needs to take care of their health, they can't go to school. I mean, the amount of girls who miss school every month because they don't have access to products is astonishing. And so we want to make sure that every girl has access so they can get their proper education, that they're not embarrassed, that the parents don't have to leave work in the middle of the day to bring them a change of clothes. So this is really, it's not about periods, it's really about a quality of life, it's about success and opportunity. We want them to do theater after school, or choir, or band, or basketball, or whatever their heart decides they want to do, but without access, they can't do that. So this is about opportunity, and the more we get the community involved, the more we talk about it, the more successful our students will be, more successful women who are trying to get back on their feet will be as well. And so I would love just to get the community more engaged and have these conversations in your community in Loudon, because we have been talking about it for like 10 years in my community, so it'd be great to get more.
Hopefully you will have opportunity also to go speak and talk about it.
I'd love to do that.
In Loudon.
Yeah. If anyone wants to host an event, I'm always happy to come and speak and tell our story.
Any goal for this year? Anything? Do you have any goal this year or next year you're planning?
Yeah. Our goal every year is the same: to make sure every single person in Northern Virginia has access to supplies. However we get there, it's a different journey in every county, different journey in every community, whether it's through the schools, through the pantries, through individual requests, but that is our goal. And to do that, again, we need to continually raise money and have a presence in the community. We are not a national organization. We rely heavily on the members of our community to really step in and make sure that this need is not forgotten. So that's
thank you very much, Holly. I mean, this is very unique what you do, and also supporting every woman in need.
Yes,
that's really great things. And you are unique. You are unique of who you are and what you do. I mean, this is amazing.
Yeah, it is really unique. We're still the only organization that really fulfills this purpose full time. And by not being able to collect gently used items, it really does take an entire village to make sure that these items are given out and paid for and delivered and supported. So I can't thank you enough, Natasha.
Oh, thank you, Holly.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
I mean,
gosh.
I know you're very busy right now. It's your time, the General Assembly and all that. So thank you for being here. And I hope you know, you will get support from Loudoun County. I gotta tell you, Loudoun community is great too. I mean, I know this from my business. I can't thanks enough of the support of the community too. So,
and that's why I'm happy you gave me this opportunity to come speak, because I know that Loudoun, just talking to you, there's a lot of folks like you out in this community who want to help, but if they don't know about this issue, they don't know about this problem, they can't contribute to the solution. So, thank you to you and to You Got Maize and
thank
to
you.
other.
Thank you for being here and spending your time with us here.
Aw.
Thank you. We appreciate you for everything you do. Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.